Hello and welcome everyone. This is a session where I will be discussing the coordination number and coordination geometry of some unique coordination compounds. The most simplest ones you might have seen: iron, orthophenanthrolene, or chromium combined with ethylene diamine with fluorine, vanadium combining with bipyridine. All these are simple coordination compounds. But this is a session where I will introduce some unique coordination compounds, and how to draw them very easily also I will let you know. Let me begin with the first one. Well, this is a coordination compound, we call it as nickel Dakoda H2O. What exactly is Dakoda? It is an abbreviation. It is a diazocyclooctane diacetate ligand. It is a diacetate ligand. Therefore, this will carry two negative charges. Nickel will carry two positive charge. Aqua is neutral. Therefore, nickel has a +2 oxidation state. I am just putting that ligand. Now this is the ligand. So this ligand will coordinate with the nickel. And what will be the geometry, how much is the coordination number, we will try to find out. We are not entering into the conformation analysis, whether this is above or below, that depends. We are only concerned with the inorganic chemistry, the coordination with the metal. If I am choosing the nickel, which is the central atom, how to draw all such complex structures easily, I will let you know. Let me take two nitrogens. This is the upper part, one cycle or the one ring. This is the another one. So half of the ligand is completed. Later on we have to take the acetate. The easiest way to draw is CH2COO. It means it will form a 5-membered ring. So I am just trying to put a 5-membered ring. It is a chelate ring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here also I will put the same. Oxygen and nitrogen being the donor. This is within a square plane. Also there is an aqua ligand. So this aqua ligand would be above or below. Wherever you want to draw you can. I am just putting it below. This is how the coordination compound looks. Coming to the coordination number, it is the number of sigma bonds that emerge out from the central atom. Forget about any pi bond which is present between the metal and the ligand. We are concerned only with the sigma bond present between the metal and the ligand. So altogether there is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 sigma bonds. There are 5 sigma bonds, and hence the coordination number of nickel in this complex is 5. Coordination geometry is square pyramid. It has a square pyramid structure with a coordination number of 5. This is one such complex. Second one, let me choose nickel EDTA complex. Suppose if I choose a nickel EDTA complex, how EDTA binds to nickel is more important. Complex wise it is a easier one, but how the binding occur, how do we draw it in the most easiest way is more important for us. It is a hexadentate ligand. So, okay. First let me put ethylene diamine and then tetraacetates. 4 acetates should come. Out of these 4 acetates, here is one oxygen, Now let me put one more here, one more here. The another one will come somewhere here, that I'll put. So before that, acetate CH2 COO, put a double bond. Again CH2 C double bond O, CH2 C double bond O, and below also we have CH2 C double bond O and O. So this is how the coordination compound looks like. There should be an open chain here. It is open here. It is not completely closed. If it is completely closed, it is like a macrocycle or a cryptand, but it is like open. So you can call it as a chelation. How many chelate rings are being formed also you can calculate, and everywhere the ring size is found to be 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whatever ring that you choose, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So every chelate ring has a size of 5. That is nickel EDTA. Now let me choose one more unique structure. Nickel chlorine, chlorine is one of the ligands, and QAS is another ligand. This QAS is arsenic ligand. Altogether there will be 4 arsenic in it. Tris orthodiphenyl arsenophenyl arsine. First of all, I am giving you the ligand. It is a pyramidal ligand. This is the ligand, and how does it bind to nickel? Let's begin. First I am starting with the nickel. If you can watch the ligand, that ligand altogether has 4 donor atoms, and the donor atom is arsenic, 1, 2, 3 and 4. It is like a pyramid, almost like a podal ligand. In the classification of coordination chemistry I have given different types of ligands. It is just like a podal ligand. Triamino triethylamine is a podal ligand where 1 nitrogen, 3 suspensions will be there ending with an amine groups. This is similar to that. 1 arsenic, again it is being suspended with 3 more arsenics. So it is not at all convenient to form a square plane. Instead it is convenient to give a trigonal bipyramidal geometry. How to draw this structure? You can watch it. First let me put the basic geometry, trigonal bipyramidal. This is the arsenic, which is the central one, and from this arsenic this is 1, 2, and here is another arsenic, not here. It is not directly attached to arsenic, it is attached to the phenyl ring. So just let me join it here and let me join it here, and each of these is again attached to 2 phenyls. Instead of chlorine, there is also one more complex that is substituted by a cyanide. So it could be a chlorine or it could be a cyanide along the axis. But within the equatorial plane there are 3 arsenics. One of the axial ligand is also an arsenic. The coordination number in this case is 1 sigma bond, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Altogether there are 5 sigma bonds, and hence the coordination number is 5. But the coordination geometry is trigonal bipyramidal. In the previous case Dakoda, it was square pyramidal, but now in this case it is a trigonal bipyramidal one. That is the difference between the Dakoda and this one. EDTA, just looking at that ligand you might have got some idea. It is related to EDTA, ethylene diamine tetraacetic acid or ethylene diamine tetraacetato is one ligand. This is EDTA, ethylene diamine diacetato, tetraacetato, diacetato, that is the difference. First let me put 2 nitrogens, ethylene diamine, diacetato. There are only 2 acetate groups. Acetate group will give oxygen donor, CH2, C double bond O and oxygen, CH2, C double bond O and oxygen. To the other end water molecule is attached. This is also a square pyramid geometry. Coordination number 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 sigma bonds. Coordination number is 5 and coordination geometry is square pyramidal. Let me add 2 more molecules. With the idea of EDTA, you can very easily draw these structures. Copper EDDP, ethylene diamine dipropionato, that is acetato, this is propionato. So copper will be the central atom. But now the change is CH2. One, 2, 3, 4 and 5 sigma bonds. So coordination number is again 5. Coordination geometry is square pyramid. And for this, instead of ethylene diamine, it is propylene diamine. There are 3 carbon units separating the 2 nitrogens. Why all these are important is, suppose at higher level CSIR gate or say jam level, they may ask you, once the ligand is binding to the copper, how many chelate rings are being produced? 1, 2, 3 chelate rings in the first case. 1, 2, 3 chelate rings in the second case. Even in the third case, it is a diacetato. 1, 2 and 3, altogether 3 rings are being generated, 3 chelate rings. Second question could be, what is the size of the ring? There are 3 chelate rings, 5 and 5 membered. All the 3 rings are 5 membered rings. In this case 1, 2, 3 chelate rings, but one is 5 membered, the other 2 are 6 membered rings. In the third case, first let us write the coordination number. Coordination number is 5 and coordination geometry is square pyramid again. All the 3 are square pyramidal structures. How many chelate rings are being formed means 1, 2 and 3. 2 5-membered rings, 1 6-membered ring. 1 5-membered ring, 2 6-membered rings, 3 5-membered rings. That is how the questions can be asked, and these are very unique molecules in the coordination chemistry. Okay, thank you.